The story begins in Paris. The tangled branches, producers, labels, and recording artists, that form the record industry's genealogical tree can be traced back to one precise point. The year was 1853. In a little bookstore on Rue Vivienne, a man was sitting in a chair reading. The man, a 36-year-old typesetter named Edouard Léon Scott de Martinville, was proofreading a physics manuscript. He turned a page and was struck by a diagram of sound waves. Fascinated by these curling lines, he began dreaming of a machine. After chewing over the question for years, he came to a simple but ingenious conclusion. Just copy nature. His sound-writing machine would have to be a type of mechanical ear attached to a pen. A barrel-shaped receptor would capture incoming sounds, the way the outer ear directs sound into the eardrum. Two elastic membranes would reproduce the work of the eardrum. A system of levers would replicate the three minute bones in the middle ear that transmit vibrations from the air to the liquid interior. A boar's hair attached to the end of this mechanical ear would engrave the vibrations on a glass surface blackened with soot. On March 25, 1857, he deposited a design with the French Academy of Sciences. Later that year, he was granted a patent for his phonograph, or sound writer, the earliest known sound recording device. Scott de Martinville lacked the skills to build a working prototype, so he found a craftsman, Rudolf Koenig. His atelier was located on Île Saint-Louis, the little island in the heart of Paris, within walking distance from Scott de Martinville's bookshop. The two men met sporadically to assess progress, until on April 9, 1860, the earliest known recording of a human voice was engraved in soot on a glass surface. Prophetically, its inventor didn't speak, but sang Au clair de la lune, a traditional lullaby. Under the moonlight, my dear friend Pierrot, lend me your plume to write a word down. My candle has died. I haven't got a light. Open your door, for the love of God. This was the golden age of science journals and exhibitions. Ideas were circulating faster and over greater distances than ever before. In 1866, a telegraph cable was laid across the floor of the Atlantic Ocean, bringing Europe and America into a new era of instantaneous communication. For young, inquisitive minds with the genius to tap into the hidden wonders of science, the Victorian period was a time of immense opportunity. In 1860, one such genius was a teenager in Scotland by the name of Alexander Graham Bell, Alec to his family. He is remembered as the inventor of the telephone, but he also carried the work of the Paris pioneers across the Atlantic to the communications revolution about to explode in America. As a philanthropist and committed believer in sound innovation, he indirectly played midwife to Columbia Records, the industry's oldest company and one of its most prolific. The sonic unit known as a bell, as in decibel, was named after him. What makes Bell unusual is the role of deafness in motivating his tireless research. His grandfather was a respected speech therapist for deaf children. His father, Melville Bell, invented a system of phonetic notation called visible speech, which showed the position of lips, teeth, and tongue for each sound and was used in teaching the deaf to speak. His mother herself was deaf. From a young age, Alec understood that deaf people suffered less from silence than from the crippling frustration of not being able to communicate. The disability landed many of them in prisons or mental asylums. Alec worked from the age of 16 as an elocution teacher in London and Edinburgh. Meanwhile, Melville Bell began receiving invitations to demonstrate his visible speech in American universities. Increasingly intolerant of the cynicism in English scientific circles, Bell Sr. began to admire the spirit of curiosity and opportunity in the New World. Then the hand of destiny struck the Bell family cruelly.